Okay, boys and girls, this is one of my favorite things to teach. I wish I was teaching it to you personally in person, but what you see in front of you are some shapes. You'll notice that they remind you of the flat or plane shapes that we learned about. So who remembers some of the shapes that we learned about? What is the shape that has no lines at all? That would be a circle, correct. What shape has 8 sides, just like an octopus? An octagon. What shape has 5 sides? That would be a pentagon, just like the building in Washington. And what shape has 6 sides? And that would be a hexagon. Sounds like 6, hexagon. So these are some of the shapes that we've learned about. We learned about a square, which has 4 sides and 4 angles. What shape looks like a square, but it's just a little bit different? That would be a rectangle, because 2 of the sides are a little bit longer. So as we're naming some of these, we almost forgot the most important one. Well, not the most important, but the triangle, 3 sides and 3 angles. You might see some solid shapes here that remind you of the flat or plane shapes that we learned about. Which shapes remind you of the triangle? Well, this one, the pyramid, okay, and our cone. And which one reminds you of a circle, the one that's rolling around? Does anyone know what that's called? It's called a sphere. Which one reminds you of the square? That one right there in the middle. And that's called, does anybody know? That's called a cube. Which one reminds you of a circle? Or a soup can, actually. Right there. Does anybody know what that's called? It's called a cylinder. All right, and then here we have our half circle. Doesn't roll around. So our solid shapes are very much like our plane shapes, but it's like you made them into a balloon. It's like you puff them up. They're not flat anymore. So maybe today, since it looks like it's going to be a half decent day outside, when you take a walk, you can find some of these shapes as you walk around, just like you did with your plane shapes. Now, what I'm going to do is I also posted the Brain Pop video, so you can watch that with me on YouTube, or you can go to Brain Pop and find it. If you go to Brain Pop, you can take the quiz and do some of the fun activities. All right, but if you just want to watch it and then move on to your lesson pages, you can do that. All right, boys and girls, the other thing that you can do, you can make some artwork using some of the shapes. If you take this and you trace the bottom of it, see what shape you come up with. And you can do that with all of these. Now, you may not have these exact shapes at home, but you might have some similar things. Okay? All right, boys and girls. So I hope you have fun with it, and we'll do more on Monday. All righty, have a good day.